What's up guys, welcome back into the Millennial Profit. My name's Adam and I'm a full-time reseller. If you're new here, I show you all different kinds of ways to make money. So if you like money, hit that subscribe button. Today I'm going to be giving you my insight on Mercari as I've used this app for over a year. I'm also going to be touching on some pros and cons of the app, some tips and tricks to make more sales, and how Mercari truly stacks up with other platforms like eBay. So let's get into it. So first of all, what is Mercari? Mercari is a fast-growing, beginner-friendly platform with over 19 million active users right now. There's no big sellers or retailers on this app like eBay or Amazon. It's just normal average people like you or me. It's commonly known for its user-friendly interface, very modern look that's extremely easy to list and buy from. So touching on my experience with Mercari, I've sold on Mercari for over a year and a half, and I actually just ran my numbers last night when I was writing this video up, and I've sold 1,300 items for just over $30,000. I absolutely love this app and everything that it offers, and I only see it continuing to grow and get bigger from here. I believe that if you're new to reselling or want to learn the game a little bit, this is a great app for beginners. It's a great app even if you're not a beginner, but it's a great app to learn, and I'm going to tell you why here in a little bit. So what are some items that sell well on Mercari? Well, really any of the big brands, obviously, Nike, Adidas, Apple, Microsoft, anything like that, that's going to sell pretty much well wherever you put it, if you put it at the trending prices. And like other platforms, you can pretty much sell whatever you want on Mercari, but there are things that do sell better than others. I have a lot of luck with shoes, electronics, plushes like Squishmallows, action figures, anything like collectibles like that sells very well and very quick. Funko Pops, and even seasonal holiday items do very well on there. If you mainly sell like clothes and hats and stuff, I would probably stick to eBay or Poshmark, whatever you're more comfortable with. Personally, I like eBay a lot more. I like to list and forget it, whereas Poshmark, you kind of have to give it a lot of attention and share your closet every day. It's really up to the user and what you're comfortable with and where you sell your stuff better. So first, let's break down the positives of Mercari. Let's go over some pros. It's a very modern app and so much easier to use than eBay. That's why I recommended it for beginners or anyone wanting to learn this game. People can make offers on your listings on Mercari, and if they accept it, they have to pay. Like, it's on their account automatically that it will pay. It has their payment method. Somehow eBay still doesn't have that and it goes to unpaid. So I don't really understand that. They're finally fixing that, I believe. But it's just nice to have an app that when someone offers you something or you offer them and they accept, like, it automatically goes through and that's the sale. Another way they're modern is it has like a nice text format where you can text back and forth with the buyer or seller that you're talking with, whereas eBay is still stuck in like an email system back and forth, which is just kind of hard to go back and backtrack conversations. It's really nice to see the whole conversation in a text format. Another pro to Mercari is it's super easy and quick to list. Again, eBay has a million item specifics you have to put in, not a million, but there's like 10 to 20 on everything, 5 or so that are required. The rest, like, it's going to help you if you fill them in. Mercari, literally all you need to put in is like the brand, size, color, condition. I mean, it depends on what you're listing, but those are just 4 of the basic things that are going to be on pretty much every listing. Super easy, super fast, takes like 1 to 2 minutes, honestly, to list anything. eBay can take up to 4 or 5 minutes on some listings, and some new sellers, it can really be time consuming. So learning an easier platform first and the types of things that sell and how to price your items on Mercari is a great way to start out. Another pro to Mercari is how quick things sell, and I believe this is due to their algorithm. Unlike eBay, where if you get a hot listing, your item goes to the top and you'll sell 1, 2, 3, 4, boom, and it's all gone. Mercari's algorithm is completely different. Literally at the top, it's just newly listed items. Stay tuned to the end of this video. I actually have a hint on how to get all of your listings back to the top with just a couple clicks of the button, kind of like refreshing your closet in Poshmark for people that do that. But anyways, because of this quick algorithm, a lot of people don't think that the item is going to still be available, and you can only offer a quantity of 1. So when they see it and they want it, they usually buy it, whereas they'll just watch it on eBay. Yes, you do get a lot of watchers and stuff on Mercari, but I do notice a lot of stuff will sell quicker there as well. Another pro is they actually offer Mercari Local now, which is just like on Facebook Marketplace where you meet up with people. Instead, now you just put it on your porch, and I believe Uber just comes and picks it up, super convenient. I haven't actually used this yet, but I know a lot of people that have and have had great success with that. I just think that's a really cool feature that they've added in, and it's only going to get bigger from here, especially with the amount of users growing each and every year. And the last pro I have for Mercari is it's super easy for beginners with the prepaid labels. All they have to do when they list it is put the weight and dimensions of their package in, and Mercari will spit out all of the rates that you can choose from, and you just select that. And then once the item sells, they literally just send you the shipping label. Super easy. Again, very beginner friendly. Super easy to set up, like I just said in the listing, whereas eBay can be kind of confusing with all the different rates and everything, and it tells the buyer's price on eBay versus your price, whereas Mercari, it's all kind of flows together, so it's a lot easier to learn. I personally don't use this, and I'll tell you why as we get into the cons. So my first con is prepaid shipping labels. Now, yes, this was a pro. This is a great thing for beginners. The problem is Mercari used to offer very good rates, and they were in good competition with like GoShippo and Pirate Ship, but they've raised their rates recently and they're starting to become pretty high. Some services are almost double GoShippo and Pirate Ship. And yes, you might say, well, I'll just charge this to the buyer. But on a lot of things that you're reselling, like if the trending rate is $100, you can't put it at $100 plus $35 that they're going to charge you for UPS shipping. You have to have that as your total cost, because in reselling, everything is total cost. You factor in the amount shipping is going to cost with the amount you're charging for the item, or you do free shipping and do that as a total amount. A lot of people ask me all the time how to do shipping and if I charge shipping, everything. You just view it as a total cost, and you have to build that in if you want to make sales to have a competitive price. So for Mercari, I use Pirate Ship or GoShippo because I can get a lot cheaper rates and save more money this way. Now, yes, another pro to using Mercari prepaid shipping is you're actually covered through Mercari if anything happens to the package. I've personally never had anything happen, and I'm covered on a lot of the services I use on GoShippo or Pirate Ship. As you know, some UPS packages you're up to like $50, priority up to $100, so you're really covered anywhere. It just depends on the high dollar amount that you're sending. If I send something like $300-400 on Mercari, I'm going to select a prepaid label. That way I'm absolutely covered through Mercari. Another con is on top of the high shipping rates, Mercari does not offer 4x6 shipping labels. Now, if you don't have a thermal label printer, this probably isn't a problem for you, but a lot of resellers do this, and we save a lot of money not having to pay on ink and getting free labels from UPS. And you would think Mercari would offer this, not just a half label on an 8.5 by 11 sheet, but this may also be due to the fact that they are beginner friendly and they're not trying to tender to the reseller. They're trying to tender to the everyday person just going around their house. Oh, I don't need this anymore, list it. There is a way to screenshot it and flip it in like Photoshop or Adobe Read or something like that, but it's kind of just a hassle. So if you do sell on Mercari and use prepaid shipping, then you're going to need an actual printer to print it out. Another con, I briefly mentioned this earlier as a pro as well, is quantity. You can only list a quantity of one, and yes, that helps things sell faster, but I would really love for there to be a way to list more than one, because sometimes I have more than one of an item and I don't remember to hit relist on it if I sell it on Mercari a couple weeks later, and then a couple months later I see a box of something, I'm like, well shoot, I had that on Mercari but I never relisted it. It's just tough to track inventory sometimes on Mercari, but again, this probably goes back to them being beginner friendly and not really wanting to tender to people that have tons of an item. They want you to sell ones and twos of things, but I mean, they could make more money off of me if they did offer this. Next con is the customer service. Now, they have ramped it up a little bit, but they really just have a chat service and it's not super helpful. It's pretty automated, and if you ever have a real problem, there's no way to actually talk to a real person like there is on eBay or Amazon. I'm sure the bigger the platform gets, the better the customer service will get. I just wish it was a little better. It's kind of easier to scam on here because you get an automated bot and people can buy something and set up a return and send the wrong thing back, and there's really nothing you can do. But I wouldn't let this stop you. I've sold over 1,300 items and had this happen maybe 1 or 2 times. I mean, it's pretty rare. They are cutting down on a lot of these scams and these scam accounts, so it is becoming less and less. Obviously, the newer the platforms are going to be, there's going to be scammers out there. People have to ruin everything, of course. But I wouldn't let this stop you. It really doesn't happen that often, and their customer service is getting better. I just wish they would have a place you could actually call in and talk to somebody. And the last con I have is fees. If you would ask me like, like a year and a half ago when I started, I would have said this was a pro because it was 10%. Now it's a flat 10% selling fee plus a 5% processing fee on every single sale for 15%. Kind of up there. I know you might say, well, eBay has some categories that are 15. A lot of the categories I sell in are between like 6 and 12, so 15 is a little high. That's another reason I'm not huge on Poshmark. 20% just seems asinine to me. I think a lot of people love Poshmark because it shows you your profits. You know exactly what you're making, so it's really easy to track. Mercari, if you use the prepaid shipping label, will also show you your exact profits, so it's just like that. So I should have added that in with the pros. That's another reason why it's very beginner friendly. So after a year and a half on Mercari, here's some of my tips and tricks on how to make more sales on Mercari or how to pump some sales if you are just starting out. Number one, this may sound weird, but load your description with keywords. Title doesn't really matter. They did extend the title character length from 40 to 80, but unlike eBay, not only do the words in your title get searched in the keywords, but also your description. So say you're listing a hat and you just put hat in the title, but you put New Era, 920, Atlanta Braves, like all this descriptive words in the description. If they search New Era hat, it's going to come up. So I like to have quick, short titles on Mercari actually, so it's really easy when the buyer clicks on it to see what they're buying, and then load the description with all of your keywords, anything that could get searched. Some people even at the bottom will put tags and then a colon and then just a bunch of tags of things related to that. I personally don't do that, but I will load it with probably about twice as long as an eBay title is, just getting every possible keyword I can think of in the description. And a lot of people don't realize that the descriptions actually get searched on Mercari as well. My second tip here is to actually price things a little higher than you would like. Now this sounds weird, but there are a lot of low ballers on Mercari. And personally, I've found that this makes it better. And when someone offers you the price you want, sometimes they buy it outright and you actually get more than you want. But personally, I would list it a little higher than you want, because if you list it right on what you want, you're going to get a lot of offers just below that. And if you list it above what you want and they offer you your number, they're going to think they're getting a deal and you're getting the money you wanted anyway. All right, here's that tip that I was talking about earlier. Not a lot of people know this, but there's actually a way to renew all your listings so they go back to the top of the algorithm. So you're going to want to go to Selling, Edit, Select All, Deactivate, wait for them to all deactivate, and then Select All again, and activate them all. And when you click back on it, you'll see it went from however long ago you listed it, like 7 days ago, back to like right now. So this will push all your listings right back to the top. I do this a couple times a week. Really helps make some sales. I usually make some sales right after it. Now I know it sounded like I was trashing eBay this whole video. I'm not. I love eBay. eBay is going to be my top platform for the foreseeable future. Obviously, unless someone like Mercari really steps it up and takes over eBay. Mercari is a nice side platform for me, but I was only comparing it to eBay because eBay is a platform I know very well. And Mercari has fixed a lot of things that I'd like eBay to fix as well. But I will ride it out with eBay because eBay has nearly 200 million users to Mercari's 19 million users. But Mercari is growing very fast, as it has doubled in the amount of users over the last 4 years. So there's no doubt about it, Mercari is here to stay. I don't know if you've noticed either, but they're also running a lot more ads on these YouTube videos and a lot more commercials on TV as well. So I'm going to keep using Mercari because of all of these reasons. And if you already sell online and you're not on Mercari, what are you waiting for? This is a platform with a lot of users and you can make lots of sales. Also, if you're just looking to get into reselling, like I mentioned earlier, this is a great platform to learn the ropes on, and I would highly suggest it. If you guys aren't on Mercari yet and you want to join, I have a link down below that if you sign up on that link, you get $30 from Mercari. When I sign up for Mercari, I use someone else's link and I use this $30 to buy something to flip. So I would suggest you do the same. I bought a lot of old video games, a lot of like old Xbox and PlayStation games. I turned this 30 bucks into like 60 bucks. Nothing big, but it was a free $30. So I was able to turn it more than that. Even if you can just turn that $30 back into $30, it wouldn't be a bad thing. So I hope this video was helpful to anyone who hadn't heard about Mercari or was kind of on the fence about Mercari, or someone who wanted to know what it was like selling on Mercari after like a year. I highly recommend it. It is a great platform. If you guys want to see some more Mercari videos or have any questions, leave them down below and I might just make a video on it, or I might be able to simply answer your question. If you're not already following me on Instagram, you can do so at millennial_profit. You can also check out my cook group, Bread and Butter, down below in the description and join there. There's money to be made everywhere, guys. Let's go get it. Thank you for watching The Millennial Prophet.